Hi everybody, welcome back to this week's My Weekly Rage Fix. In this week's Parshas Vayakhel, the Torah once again goes over the different details of the tabernacle, of the different construction requirements and all the different vessels that were there. And at the beginning it says, again, that Hashem spoke to Moshe and he said to tell them that anybody who would like to give towards the building of the tabernacle shall do so. Now the language of the verse is like this. Hashem said to Moses to tell the people to take from themselves a portion to Hashem, and anybody who is of willing heart should bring it towards the temple, towards the tabernacle. So the question is that really kind of sounds contradictory, because first the Hashem said, take from yourselves a portion for Hashem, and then afterwards, anybody who's of giving heart, kol nediv libai, anybody who's of giving heart will bring the portion of Hashem. So are they bringing it, or are they taking it from themselves? When you say to take it, it sounds like they're kind of forced to be taking it. And the bringing it sounds like of your own volition. So which one is it? Also, one time it says bring a portion to Hashem. The other one says bring a Hashem's portion, making it sound like it's Hashem's already. So the answer is that we see there's two different types of people. There's one person that thinks that the money that he has belongs to him, and therefore he has to take it from himself, meaning he needs convincing, like our sage at take for yourself with words. With words you have to talk it into yourself why it's really a good idea to give charity, because that person's mindset is that the money belongs to him, and therefore he kind of has to be convinced to bring a portion for Hashem. But then there's the other person that believes that all of the money that he has in his possession is not his money. He has the money and is simply waiting for an opportunity to be able to apportion that money to the appropriate place. And that person is what's called a nediv libai, is somebody who is giving of his own heart, of his own mind. And therefore that person wants to give, and it's much easier for him to part with his money. And it's also called Hashem's portion. It's not a portion to Hashem, you're giving a portion to Hashem, but it's rather you're giving Hashem's portion as if it's been already pre-allocated in your own expenses. And that's really how we should view the money that Hashem gives us, not as belonging to us and it's hard for us to part with it, but rather it's Hashem's money, and Hashem is simply using you as the go-between for where you distribute your money. And Hashem gave you money in order that you should distribute it in the appropriate places. And that should be a focus of ours, and how we should think about our own money, that when we give tzedakah, when we give charity, we shouldn't just feel as if it's a burden to give it away, but rather we should want to give it away. Of course, you have to be very careful where you give charity. There's certain needs that come before other needs. So if a person wants to give to the American Red Cross, it might sound like a nice thing, but he actually has an obligation to give towards his Jewish brothers and sisters. I mean, literally, if they need some. If a person has a brother or sister that is suffering and from financial help, it's better to give them your money first. And so on and so forth. There are different obligations. But our overall outlook towards giving money should be like the latter half of the verse. Like the latter half of the verse, and that a person should have a frame of mind that he's willing and waiting to give away the money towards the right place as Hashem's portion. Have a great Shabbos. Talk to you next week.